Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, and today we're going to be doing another battle with Aztecs and Spanish Conquistadors here. This is meant to be the Siege of Tenochtitlan, but there's no real good way of doing Tenochtitlan, the city of the lake, because there's no way of making one of those small bridges without using the simulation maps, which are not that great. So instead we're going back to the medieval thing here. Depending on how this battle goes, there might be another part to it where I choose a different map to try and do it, but either way, this is what we're getting for now. Tenochtitlan. We've got Conquistadors on the red side and Aztecs on the blue side. Now, helping the Aztecs were a load of their allies. Tlaxcaltecs, I believe they were. They're basically another tribe that were allies to the Spanish to take down the Aztecs. And something like 1% of the Spanish force actually was part of the force taking out the Aztecs in Tenochtitlan. Like 99% of the besieging conquistador forces were made up of native allies, which is quite funny considering how few Spaniards there were able to take down the entire Aztec Empire. But anyway, starting off, we've got 175 Aztec warriors of various types. We've got Spanish warriors, we've got some Spanish clubbers, and then right at the back here we've got some Jaguar warriors making up the Aztecs that have taken up arms to revolt against the Spanish in Tenochtitlan. So that's what we've got here, just a whole sea of, well, just Aztecs really. And then over here we've got the Spanish. Someone asked about pikemen, so I made some pikemen. This guy's got 4 eyes. No, he hasn't. He's got 6 eyes hiding under his beard. That's pretty scary. No wonder the Aztecs didn't quite know what to make of the Spanish if they all turned up with 6 eyes like that guy. But yeah, these guys, they're just pikemen. We've got 2 rows of pikemen here. Very scary. Going to take down some of the Aztecs very nicely. They are different to the halberdiers. They're essentially a colour swap, if anything. Because here is a halberdier for comparison. Yeah, they're just sort of colour swap with a different helmet and some different trousers, but otherwise they're pretty much the same. But yeah, that's what we got here. They're making up the front line. Behind them we've got some Spanish knights. The same guy asked about the shields, and I originally gave them the normal knight shield that I use, but the Spanish had round shields because they wanted to be different for invading the New World. So here we've got some nice round shields. They look nice. Luckily we had the new update which gave us these new types of round shields. Otherwise I wouldn't have been able to do something like this. There just wouldn't have been a shield model in the game for me to have made these Spanish round shields. But as it is, luckily, just in time, these shields came along. So we've got them. We've also got a standard bearer here, just with a flag. We've got 10 Spanish arquebuses who are going to cut down a lot of the Aztecs as they rush, the conquistadors, and then behind them we've got a whole load of their native allies, the Tlaxcaltecs, or whatever their name was. But yeah, these guys, they're my native mercenaries. You haven't seen these guys before. I made them for the mercenaries, the medieval mercenaries faction, but I've never got around to use them yet. So here they are. They're different to the Aztecs, to the Aztec warriors, as you can see. They're not as dressed up and all that, but they'll serve their purpose. So we've got 150 Spaniards versus 150 Spaniards and their allies, and we've got 175 Aztecs. Nearly 21k to just over 16.5k. The Aztecs should win this, but I did do a quick test to see just how good my Spanish knights were against Aztec warriors, and it was nearly 2 Aztec warriors per 1 Spanish knight. So the knights are definitely going to be holding the front line for these Spaniards, as will the pikemen and the arquebuses. But there we go. Let's get into it then. So there they go. The arquebuses, I positioned them on the flank so they didn't mess with the pike line, although the pike line is still going to move anyway because for some reason they do this. They dodge sideways, and I don't know why. But the arquebuser shots, they've gone in, they've cut down a nice path through the Aztecs. That's a lot of dead Aztecs right there. But yeah, for some reason the pikemen dive to one side. I don't know why they do this. As you can see, this side, totally fine. These guys, they don't care. They're perfectly happy. This side, though, oh no, we've got to dive to the side like we're in an action movie. So yeah, some of these pikemen are now about to fall off the edge, but hopefully they don't, as their pikes start to cut down some of these Aztecs, which is very nice. Obviously, they're not going to be able to. They're not going. Oh no, the Aztecs, or rather the allies, the Spanish allies are pushing forwards. Yeah. Right now the Aztecs are trying to push up against a wall of pikes, which is not the... It's brave, no doubt. The Aztecs are definitely being brave doing this, but it's hardly the most effective strategy here. So far the Spanish have lost absolutely 0 troops, but in go the knights and the native allies. I mean, some of them have fallen down here to their death. Yeah, 2 of them have fallen down to their deaths. This guy's caught up in an arquebuser. A couple more of them are going to fall off the edge, as well a pikeman. No, pikeman. But in go the native allies, and in charges the rest of the Aztecs. They finally got close enough from the wall of pikes to actually start getting in here. We've got one of the Spanish knights here doing his best. I do like the Spanish knights. The Spanish knights are probably one of my favourite units. Not because they're particularly amazing or anything, just because they look nice. That's why I like them. We've got an Aztec warrior falling off the edge there into the water, very nice, but what isn't so nice is the Spanish allies, especially an arquebuser who's fallen down here, as has a pikeman, but it looks like he was dead before he hit the water. We do, however, have 2 arquebusers down here. They got dragged by the native allies of the conquistadors here. There's a bit of a front line going on. We've got a pikeman hanging on for dear life using his pike. Strange. And then we've got another pikeman there who's fallen down. Not sure where the arquebusers are. They've just sort of been caught up in the mess. I mean, we've got one of them there. Oh, he's just reloaded actually. Going to hopefully be able to fire, although that will probably knock him down. We've got the final Aztec reinforcements coming in here. Hopefully the arquebuser can get off a good shot on them. Go on, arquebuser. Oh, we can see some of the pikemen going off there. The arquebuser missed his shot. Definitely not good. Oh, there's an arquebuser way back here. 2 of the arquebusers back here. They've made it. Very good. But they are about to shoot right into their friendlies, which is not good. Spanish knights, though, still holding the line, as are their native allies. The Spanish actually lost a lot of their men during the siege, which is strange. The Spanish had the least amount of units, yet lost the majority of them. Speaking of which, yeah, a fair chunk of their native allies have fallen down the slope and are now having to climb back up, along with most of the arquebusers actually on this side. We've got 3 arquebusers down here, which is not good. But oh, down falls a Jaguar warrior. He's already dead though. Taking with him. Oh my god, it's just a sea of bodies falling off the edge. It's like Total War when you pile too many people onto a bridge and the units start getting pushed off because there's too many piling up. It looks like though the Aztecs have lost most of their units now. We've got a couple of rogue knights out here cleaning up the remaining Aztecs. We've got a knight here trying to kill a clubber. Let's watch this duel as in goes the knight. Oh, combined with a long pointy along with one of the long pointy pikes. Yeah, that took him out nice and easy. Now it's just the case of the remaining few warriors who are left over here. I can only see like 2 left alive. We've got this guy here and this guy here. I mean, all of the Aztec shields sort of blend together when you've got the native mercenaries along with the Spanish. Oh my god, look at that pile of bodies just in the water. Who's left then? I think we've just got a couple of warriors left alive down here, perhaps. or possibly remaining to be drowned in the water. I mean, look at this lot. Look at this lot down here. We've got very few actual Spaniards down here, at least, but still. Yeah, not sure who's left. Is there someone up here, maybe? Yeah, it's someone up here, actually. I think it's someone trapped under the pile of bodies, as you'd expect. See if we can't speed this up to see if one of the pikemen can, like, get to them. Oh, we've got an arquebuser there. I just heard fire. Luckily, the standard bearer is keeping back most of those natives. Although the arquebusers are shooting in, which is not good. Is it perhaps? I think it might be a Jaguar warrior trapped under here, perhaps. I mean, they're trying their best. They're trying their best to get these last remaining guys. And there we go. They managed to get to whoever it was. But yeah, there you go. So the Spanish and their allies got a pretty decisive victory actually here. I mean, I say decisive victory. The piles of bodies speak volume. Not so much on this side. We've got a pikeman and an Aztec warrior there. Plus we've got some more Aztec warriors down here falling down the side of the cliff. We've got a pikeman here who's stuck. We've also got this pikeman who is forever going to be stuck hanging there. We've got a couple of native mercenaries down here, but for the most part we've just got Aztec warriors. Got a random pike here, but then you go on this side of the water and oh boy, that's a lot of dead Aztecs. that's a lot of dead Aztecs. Yeah, again, not so many Spanish bodies. We've got maybe an arquebuser there. I can't. Have we actually? Yeah, we've got a Spanish knight. There's one. We've got a couple more conquistadors down here. I think there's pikemen. Got some pikemen there. Oh, we've got another knight who's fallen down as well. But for the most part, that's just a big pile of Aztec bodies. Surprisingly, most of the mercenaries that actually fell down here fell onto the ledge rather than falling off. We do have someone falling down here. We've got a mercenary along with a Jaguar warrior and a knight, actually, body falling down here as well. So we've lost some of the Spanish, and yeah. Like in the real battle, like in the real siege, most of the Spanish forces died, and it's just remained to most of the natives. Because the natives turned up with like 100,000 to 200,000 or something, like warriors to assist the conquistadors in taking back Tenochtitlan, and they lost like 20,000 of them. And that sort of happened here, because we've still got a large chunk of the mercenaries left. And relatively few of the mercenaries actually died. For the most part, the Spanish took the brunt of it, which, for having up to 1,300 soldiers and losing up to 900 of them in the siege, that's sort of what's happened here. We do still have a couple of knights, obviously, still alive. We've got this guy here. We've got another guy here on the floor. So we do still have a couple of knights. We do obviously also have the arquebusers that are back here. These two, plus this guy down here. Was there a guy down here? No, no. Only one arquebuser. We do have these two guys here as well, though. So you've got like 4 of the arquebusers still alive. We've got some of the pikemen down here. We've got this guy here who, not sure what's happening to him. I don't know how you've got here, if I'm perfectly honest. Yeah, not sure how you're going to get out of there, but yeah, he's doing his thing. We also still have a couple of other pikemen as well, still alive. But for the most part, oh yeah, we've got another knight here. But for the most part, the Spanish have lost most of their units. It's mostly been down to the mercenaries to still be alive. But here we can see the opening arquebuser volley. Cut down a decent chunk of the Aztecs. That's like 20 or so guys there. Plus these guys here, which were killed by the pikes as they started charging in. Same with these guys back here, and then we've got the main battle line that happened here, fighting against the pikemen when the native mercenaries came in, plus the knights got involved as well. So yeah, we got a lot of dead Aztecs, just a lot of dead Aztecs here. But yeah, there you go. That's my attempt at making the Siege of Tenochtitlan. This isn't exactly the city on the lake, but I thought this pathway, this sort of natural land bridge pathway, was the closest thing to one of the pathways that led to the actual city, Tenochtitlan. So that's why I chose this map, by the way. But yeah, there you go. I'll thank you all for watching, and goodbye.